Welcome to our latest St J's Monthly Supplement. I trust that you are keeping warm and COVID-free. It's always great to have you with us. If you happen to be new or visiting us for the very first time, can I extend a special warm welcome to you. This month we'll be hearing from Sarah about little ones, from Rob about our children's ministry, from one of our mission partners, and of course some testimonies from you.
Okay, so one of the tricky things about the pandemic was that we had to close down our toy library. So as you can see here, I'm in the toy shed with lots and lots of amazing toys that are available for lending out to families. So we meet every Tuesday again now since September, and we do a 10 till 12 slot where you can come stay and play, have teas and coffees, and also borrow out the toys at a small cost. So for those who don't know about Toy Library, I wanted to just let you see some of the toys. So we lay out many toys, lots of library books that you can borrow. A lovely big space, there's plenty of room for the little ones to whiz about and play. So even if you're not borrowing the toys, you're able to come and have a play too. We've also got delicious cakes and hot drinks. Okay, so why would a church run a toy library? So we're called to be custodians of the earth, and this is one way, now more than ever, that can be a way of caring for the environment. So I've just got a few facts for you about pollution and why toys, plastic toys in particular, are not great for the environment, and why we should recycle and reuse them and share them in a toy library. Okay, so the toy industry is the most plastic intensive industry, with 90% of toys being made out of plastic. Plastic toys take over 1,000 years to decompose, and there are 8.5 million new toys thrown away every year in the UK. And a typical child owns 238 toys, but will play with only 12.
At Soul Kids, during the month of January, we have looked at people in the Bible whose situation seemed hopeless, like it was game over, until God turns things around. We looked at how Gideon, fighting the Amalekites, who thought it was over until Moses on the mountain prayed by lifting his hands, helped by Aaron and Hur. The children worked together to wrap their group person like a mummy. We also looked at Nehemiah, who was sad that the walls of Jerusalem had been damaged. God helped Nehemiah lead the effort to rebuild the walls in time. The children had great fun playing Jenga and building walls in Lego, a reminder that God is there to help us rebuild and be restored. And we looked at Jacob and Esau, who couldn't forgive each other, and they thought it was game over for their relationship. But God helped Jacob to forgive Esau, and they were brought together again. The children had great fun making a biscuit sandwich to remind them and us to always bring God in the middle of our relationships and forgive each other like Christ has forgiven us.
I'm a sewer, and I've been wanting to do some wall hangings for some while for the church, and I had a couple sort of brewing in my mind, and I'd been working on another one, and then but I had this I am and Jesus from Revelation returning on the clouds sort of buzzing in my head. And at Prayer and Praise in November, I sat and painted, and it just sort of kind of flowed out, and I thought, oh right, I've got it now. So I started making it and finished it just before Christmas, and this is the finished product. So we have Yahweh, and we have it in Hebrew, which you read backwards, Yahweh. And then written on each of the streams, we've got I am the vine, I am the good shepherd, I am the light of the world, I am the way, the truth and the life, I am the bread of life, I am the resurrection and the life. So I've tried to work in some of the I am sayings from John that we're going to be looking at this year. And shortly it will be going up in the North Aisle so that we can all see it and meditate on it when we are listening to the sermons on I am.
The Lord went ahead of them the whole time, a pillar of cloud to guide them by day, and a pillar of fire to lighten their way by night, so that they could travel by day or night. Neither the pillar of cloud by day nor the pillar of fire by night moved from its place in front of the people. Imagine what it must have been like to be one of the people of Israel during the 40 years of wandering in the wilderness. You see, many, no doubt, must have thought that their flight from Egypt would be short, leading swiftly on to an exciting, if somewhat uncertain, future. The reality, however, was that a lifetime's journey lay ahead, living as nomads in search of the promised land. Precisely where that was, and when they'd get there, well, that even seemed hidden even from Moses. Yet, though the final destination was unclear, the route that they had to take, well, that wasn't a matter of guesswork. For God was there to guide them, just as he had led Abraham. So now, through a pillar of cloud and fire, he directed their footsteps. They didn't travel alone. God was traveling with them. Now, you see, few are privileged to receive such a clear sign of God's presence with them. But the principle is one that applies to each and every one of us. You see, as we journey through life, God is always there to share our pilgrimage, leading, encouraging, equipping, and providing. You see, we have no more idea of where our path may take us than Abraham or Moses had, but we have the assurance that wherever we're asked to travel, he will travel with us. Amen.
In 2021, Sat7 became an even stronger support for the church in the Middle East and North Africa. With our new production team in Tunisia, we now cover more locations than ever before. We have become a multi-platform media ministry, launching new digital services to serve wider audiences.
When people in the Middle East pick up their smart devices or turn their smart TVs, the good news of Jesus is there for them to find.
Sat7 Plus is the first Christian video-on-demand service in the MENA. It gives online access to all Sat7 content in Arabic, Farsi, and Turkish. Viewers can watch both live and on-demand content on Sat7 Plus in a region where video-on-demand is becoming increasingly popular. Sat7 also revamped its Arabic social platform, creating native social media content that reaches a new audience.
There are now 5 new Sat7 social media brands: Sat7 Family, Sat7 Youth, Sat7 Women, Sat7 Worship, and Sat7 Daily Bread. Through its content, each brand takes its audience on a journey that builds their faith.
Sat7 received an award for innovative outreach from US-based national religious broadcasters. A Sat7 Turk documentary about Christian ethnic Turkish Gagauz people also won a Cultural Heritage Award.
Greetings, I am Dina from Afghanistan. I really like your program hashtag. There is always war and fighting here, but your program really makes me happy.
One of the major events in 2021 was the fall of Afghanistan to the Taliban in August. The Sat7 Pars channel responded to the situation by offering viewer support through prayer and counseling and shared a message of hope through its live programs. Sat7 responded to many other current issues in the region with its programming in 2021. 2021 marked the 25th year of Sat7's broadcast, which was celebrated with online events and the release of Sat7 founder and president Dr. Terence Ascott's new book, Dare to Believe: Stories of Faith from the Middle East. Sat7 is looking forward to serving the people of the MENA region in the most relevant and accessible ways.
Last Sunday, I got to Shoscombe Church to take the communion service, only to discover that no one could get the key to work in the lock to get into the church in the school. So we were standing in the cold thinking what to do, when Christine said, well, why don't you come to my house? So it was wonderful. We just walked down the lane and we sat in her sitting room with the marvellous view. We were all sat round in a circle on the sofas, and we did the service there. We talked together about the readings, we prayed together. I got out the communion things when it came to the appropriate time, and we passed the bread around between us. And then at the coffee time, we just spent a long time talking over life and what we'd been thinking about in the service, and there was such a wonderful atmosphere. It was a very, very special gift that day, all the more for being spontaneous and so very different to what we normally do. And it was so wonderful to be part of the church family there in Shoscombe together that day.
This is just a few photographs of a walk we did on New Year's Day with some of the people in the church. As you know, we both love to walk, and also we just love to use it as an opportunity to walk with others and across the age group and just really enjoy each other's company. We're planning to do another walk, a snowdrop walk, sometime during February, and it's a real chance to get together, invite friends, invite neighbours, talk to people that you haven't talked to much before, get to know people in the other congregations in the St. J's group, and it would just be really lovely to see any of you on the next walk. We do try to make it family friendly and not too much of a push for anybody. So I hope to see you.
Thank you for being with us. It's always a delight to see you. I trust you enjoyed our latest programme, and can I please continue to encourage you to send material in for our next programme, which will be aired on Sunday the 6th of